Well, all righty, gang. Here we go. Here we go. It is Tuesday. That means it's Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. And today we're talking about Promar products. So we're going live here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. It's Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. Every Tuesday, those of you that are new, we talk about Promar products on Tuesdays. Every day's got a theme. Every day we start with somebody's product. And today is Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. And then we're going to go right into talking about the artificial reefs again that we were talking about yesterday. But today, to start the show off, we're going to talk about Promar Ahi. Well, we're going to talk about one of the Ahi products, which is part of the Promar products. You go to the Promar store and check out these. But I want to just tell you, back when I was running sport boats back in the 80s, and back when they first came out with these lures, I was like, there's no way we're ever going to put one of these lures out behind the boat. You're not putting this piece out there. Now, there's very rarely a time where we don't have one of these in the pattern, because these have become the hottest jig out there when you're trolling. Lots and lots of bluefin have succumbed to these, and we're going to talk about this a little bit today. This is the cedar plug, the original cedar plug, the wood, the straight, no color, straight piece of wood, 6-inch cedar plug. These things are deadly. What eats these cedar plugs? Everything. Marlin, wahoo, dorado, bluefin, yellowfin, yellowtail, white sea bass. You can't even imagine all the stuff we've caught on this piece of wood. And I'm telling you, when they first came out, I was like, you are not putting this piece of wood out behind the boat. There's just no way. We're not trolling this. We trolled feathers. But hey, Cubby, you made it in the airport. You're watching me live. Cool. We troll these things behind the boat now, and everything wants to eat these. So look at Ahi just got a huge shipment in. You can get these at your local tackle store, or you can get them online at Promar, the store. And these are the 8-inch cedar plugs, the original, the wood color. These things are insane. You want to have some of these behind your boat, trolling, yeah, like trolling a cigar. But you want to have these. The cedar plug is awesome. These are Ahi products. And you want the natural wood color. I like the purple also, but the wood is always going to get bit. This is so phenomenal. So go to Promar Ahi, Promar the store. Check out these cedar plugs. Order some. They'll get drop shipped straight to your house. You're going to enter the code YSWG, and that's going to get you 10% off, and it's going to get you free shipping. And you're going to get these Promar products sent straight to your house. This is the Ahi cedar plug, the 6-inch wood colored. This is what you want to have. Wood, cedar. The cedar plug is an unbelievable lure to have behind your boat. Everything eats them. So if you're tuna fishing, you want these behind your boat. You're marlin fishing, you want these behind your boat. Whatever you're fishing for, you want one of these in the pattern. The cedar plug, Ahi Promar cedar plug. All right, gang. So that's our show for this, or that's our sponsor for today, Tuesday. Always a Promar Ahi product. That's how we start the show. If you're new, now you know. Big announcement, huge announcement, gang. We do this every year. We give away a trip, a free charter for up to 10 of your closest friends. Every year we give this away. Every year a lucky client wins this free charter. Justin, you will tell him all about it. Justin's watching us. He won it for his family, and then COVID hit, so we didn't give it away last year, but we're giving it away this year. It's a free trip on the Helena in Dana Point Harbor. You're going to win a trip for you and 10 of your closest friends, or just your family. You can just take yourself. It doesn't matter, but you can take up to 10. And your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen, I pay for everything. I pay for the charter. I pay for the rental poles. I pay for your food. I pay for your drinks. I pay for your beer. Everything is covered on this trip. And you want to know how you're going to win? This is super simple. You're going to go over to my YouTube channel, Your Saltwater Guide on YouTube. You're going to subscribe. Only subscribers that leave a comment starting today. Now, if you're already a subscriber on my YouTube channel, you're already in. Now you just have to leave a comment. But if you don't subscribe to my channel, you don't have an opportunity to win. The best thing about this, and like we've done every year, is this is going to make Kelly Girl work really hard because she's going to have to go through all your comments and she's going to pick one lucky winner. The way that she did it last time is whoever leaves the most comments, that's going to get her attention. And then you leave a good comment, a really good comment, that's going to get her attention. But you got to go to my YouTube channel. You have to go over there. It's free. There's nothing to stop you. Go to my YouTube channel. It's Your Saltwater Guide. There's over 400 and some videos over there anyway. And you know me, every video I make comes with a sense of humor. So go over to my YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment. Starting today, no old comments aren't going to count. From today forward, and we're going to do this till March. On March 1st, the opening day of rockfish season is the day we give away the trip on the Helena. And then you're going to be able to pick, with Calvin's help, Calvin will pick out some dates that he's available. He'll give you 4 or 5 dates, and then you're going to pick the date that you can take you and your friends fishing. And I'm telling you, we do it every year. We give this away. It's real. It costs you nothing except a couple of seconds out of your busy day to go to YouTube and leave a comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Saltwater Guide. Super easy. All right. That's it. That's the big contest. We're going to talk about this every day until we give it away on March 1st. So go over there, check it out. Go to my YouTube channel and see what's going on. See all the cool videos over there and go check it out and see what's going on. We're giving away a free charter. We're giving away a free charter out of Dana Point to anybody that subscribes to my YouTube channel and leaves a comment. You're going to be qualified for that contest, and Kelly will pick the name and we'll announce who wins on March 1st. But go to my YouTube channel and leave that comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free. You're already going on YouTube anyway. Everybody goes to YouTube and watches TV. Nobody wants to watch network TV anymore, listen to all those liars. So go to my YouTube channel. You're going to get lots of cool stuff, lots of fun stuff. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment. That's going to enter you in the contest. All right, here we go. So we were talking about the artificial reefs yesterday, and we were talking about how important it is to figure out where you can find the fish on the artificial reef. But now what we didn't talk about, and what some people left some comments about yesterday was, hey, Captain Dave, what will make those fish bite on the artificial reef? We're going to go back to what we talk about, fishing the kelp or fishing spots at the islands. You've got to have current. So when you get to these artificial reefs and you're marking the fish really good and you're like, man, they should bite. You drop your anchor and there's no current. You're not going to catch anything on this rock, but you can go back to that rock later in the day, or you can go back to it tomorrow and there may be current there. And that's going to flip that switch in those fish's head, and they're going to start eating. And those of you that are new, I'm going to explain to you how that works. You've been fishing in rivers and streams. We all went trout fishing when we were little kids. And the easiest part of the stream or the river to fish is the part where it's not moving. But you never catch anything there because there's no fish where the water's not moving. Same thing with the ocean. If there's no movement, the fish are going to be wandering around all lazy and they're not going to have any desire to feed. But as soon as that current starts, those fish stand up on their back fins and they start looking around for that food that's going to come washing over the rock. As soon as that food starts to wash over the rock, they look straight up and they're ready to eat. Hi, Lisa. Good job on that Dorado. That was a nice one. So just because you're marking fish on the reef, just because you anchored up on it right, just because you're chumming the proper way because you followed all the simple steps at your saltwater guide, you still may not get bit on that artificial reef unless there is some current. And if anybody tells you they know what causes current, get as far away from them as you can because they're lying. They're not telling you the truth. They could be working on a news channel somewhere because they're lying so big. But If they tell you they know what causes current, get as far away from it as you can. Current is not tide, and tide is not current. They're totally different animals. They aren't the same. They don't react the same. They are not the same thing. You want to find one of those rock piles where the current's flowing. Here's a really unique thing about current. You can be at we'll just throw out, for example, San Onofre. You could be at San Onofre and there will be no current. You can move a mile up the coast to San Mateo Point and the current can be smoldering downhill. That means going from LA to San Diego. And that's a mile difference. And then you can go to Barge Rock, which is a quarter of a mile above San Mateo, and there will be no current there. It doesn't make any sense. We don't understand it. Nobody really does. But current is its own animal, and it's going to do its own thing. So that's why it's important when you get to these artificial reefs to find out if there's any current. And most, up and down the coast, most areas have more than one artificial reef. So if you go to the artificial, let's say you're in Mission Bay and you go out and fish the Mission Bay artificial reefs and they're not biting because there's no current. Well, then you can go down to, you can simply move down the coast and go to the Imperial Beach artificial reefs, and there could be smoldering current there. And that is how it works. That's how the current thing works. It's really bizarre how the whole thing comes together and how it all works. But you got to have current to get those fish biting. It's super important to have some type of current to make those fish bite. So now you've figured out which rock is holding fish, and you figured out how to chum, and now you figured out how to read the current. That if there's current and there's fish there and you're chumming proper, then look out. The fish are gonna start raining on the boat. And then it's all about how you rig. Tomorrow on our show, we're gonna show you some simple riggings that I do with my clients. And people always say, oh, Captain Dave, you act like you know everything. Nope, I do not act like I know everything. What I do know, though, is that I've had the opportunity to take people fishing for a living for the last 47 years. And I know what works for me and I know what doesn't work for me. And all I'm trying to do is help you to streamline it so that you'll have a better chance when you get to go to actually catch fish. Never in my wildest imagination do I want any of you to think that I know everything, because that's not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just telling you what I know works for me and the thousands and thousands of other people that I have taken fishing over the last 47 years. And with my guide service, there were times, well, for example, 2009, I was on 147 different boats during that horrible, horrible time in the financial market. Everybody needed to catch fish on their boats when they went out fishing. And I was on 147 different boats in that 1 year alone. And I taught a million different people how to catch fish that year. And these are the different things that we used. I would love to catch marlin, wahoo, dorado, giant bluefin every time I go out, but that's not what's really going on out here. And like what we talked about yesterday, and those of you that didn't see the show yesterday, you've got to start to learn to fish for what's biting. It's super important to learn how to fish for what's biting. If you're simply going out fishing and you only want to catch tuna and the water's 57 degrees and it's brownish yellow, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to catch any tuna. I'm just saying, maybe you are, maybe I don't know. But if you live in Southern California and you only like to catch tuna, you probably need to move. Or you need to learn how to fish. Most people don't like fishing for other things than tuna because tuna's easy. You pull off some line, you drop your bait in the water, the tuna eats it, and you catch them. But to try to learn how to fish these artificial reefs and to try to learn how to finesse fish and how to present the bait proper, all these things are hard. And I understand that it's hard. And if it's hard, most people don't want to do it. That's why there's so many fish at all these spots, because they're hard to catch. So you need to try to learn how to fish for the fish that are biting. And these artificial reefs were made for us, fishermen. They were made for us. so that we can go out and catch fish in the wintertime when there's nothing else to catch. So you got to learn how to fish these things, and you got to learn what makes the fish bite on them and what makes them not bite. And I'm a firm believer in that chum. That chum is crucial, but you also have to have current. If you don't have current and you got a bunch of chum and you're sitting there and you caught fish there yesterday, you're not catching fish there today, probably because there's no current. But tomorrow you go there and then there's current and now they're biting again. It all works in conjunction, and you need to learn each and every aspect of this whole thing. So look, we're going to wrap this up because most of these social platforms give us about 15 minutes and then they don't like us being on there anymore. So what I'm going to tell you, gang, is make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Your Saltwater Guide. Make sure you subscribe right now. If you're already a subscriber, great. Leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber and you leave a comment, you don't get qualified to win the free charter. I am giving away a free charter. Those of you that just got on here, I've seen people logging on right now. March 1st, Kelly's going to announce the name of the winner of the free charter on the Helena out of Dana Point. I cover everything. I pay for everything. I pay for your beer. I pay for your soda. I pay for your food. I pay for your rent rod. I pay for your tackle. And I pay for your day out on the boat. All you have to do to qualify, to try to win, is go to my YouTube channel, Your Saltwater Guide, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel, and you will be entered in the contest. Kelly's going to look at all those, and whoever leaves the best comment, she's going to pick you. But also, you got to remember, you can't not leave a comment, and the more comments you leave, the better the chances of Kelly looking. I'm just trying to help you. I'd say leave as many comments as you possibly can from now until March 1st, and there's a good chance Kelly will notice you, and there's a good chance you'll win. If you want to know what it's all about, Justin Boatrail's on here all the time. You can send him a message on Facebook. You can send him a message on Instagram. Ask him, how cool was it to have the whole boat to yourself? He's not affiliated. He's not a member of the family. Now he is. He's one of my biggest fans, and he's one of my biggest buddies, but he won that trip. He took his whole family fishing. They made video. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. That's what I'm offering to you for simply going to my YouTube channel, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I will be here for you tomorrow. We'll talk more about tackle and how to approach these fish that live on. There he is. Thank you, Justin. He's over on Facebook just now, left a comment. If those of you on Insta and YouTube and TikTok. But gang, tomorrow we'll talk more about tackle and more about the rods and reels that you need to use when you're fishing these artificial reefs. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. Turn off the news. They're all lying.